I had asked if you guys wanted to see... Hi. What are you doing? Does it feel good? Yeah. Who's the bestest girl? Who's the bestest girl? With dinky breath. Can you like face the camera? On the Secret Life of Derp. So of course obviously this isn't Derp. This is not Derp. This is Mira Bella. She is actually my first service dog. She retired approximately 2.5 years ago. The only reason I know is actually that long was I got a picture on my Facebook time hop of one of the last times that she actually worked for me. It was very, very sad when I saw it on my time hop, and I figured it's the perfect time to do it. So, if you guys didn't know before Joe Feel, this was my first service dog. This is Mira Bella. I rescued her from a shelter in Oklahoma, and that was when I got the first like diagnosis prescription thing of having a service dog to help mitigate my disabilities. And this was before we found out about all the issues I'm actually currently having. When I first got her, she was to mitigate PTSD flashbacks and anxiety and some avoidance disorders, as well as basically like crowd control, like, because I tend to disassociate in crowds. So she was like the crowd control, like, you know, weaving me in and out to get outside. But that is not the purpose of this video with her. It is actually a very sad tale, and it's going to be a very short video, so I am going to make this a trigger warning. There are no pictures of what happened, but it is just a lot of words and stuff, and this is actually going to be a very, 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 very short video. So, Bella retired, like I said, approximately 2.5 years ago. We moved out here to California almost 3 years ago. So she retired shortly after us moving out here. So this happened right around Christmas time. If you guys don't know, my spouse is military, which is how we are now in San Diego instead of being in Oklahoma, where I got this little nugget. So we were doing this military like kids Santa thing. We went to like an old folks home, but kind of looked like a retirement village, but it was like an old folks home, like condominium-y type thing. So I brought her with me, and she was working beautifully. She was doing, I have jerky in my hand for her, so that's why she's focusing downwards instead of having everybody see her pretty face. So yeah, she was tasking beautifully. We did get asked a lot of times by obviously the kids that were there if they could pet her. I was saying no, and you know, like, they obviously were upset because they were little, but you know, once their parents had explained, hey, like, she's a service dog, you can't just go touch her, they seemed to have like chilled out. We were standing in line, and our back was to like the crowd, because so like here's the door, and like we were on this side, and like my back's that way, and Bella's standing next to me in a heel. She's not blocking, she's not watching my back, she's not doing any of that, she's just standing in a heel next to me to to create a barrier between myself and the door, which is what I have her do. I do the same thing with Jofi. I can't stand being next to open doors or doors that could open. And we're just sitting there minding our own business. She's just standing there, and out of nowhere I hear this god awful snarling, growling noise, and then she starts screaming. And here comes giant fat yellow lab who lunged right on top of her. Like, jumped right on top and bit the crap out of her in front of all these people. And it wasn't just like a drive-by bite, not that it makes it any better, but I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'm trying to like lower her head. She's got scars all over her face from where the dog got her, and she's got scars that go down her neck and her back. This yellow lab came from out of nowhere on a flexi lead and just saw her and instantly lost its shit and jumped on top of my dog and bit the crap out of her. The owner was in like a little motorized wheelchair thing and basically like scooted off while I'm losing my shit. My dog's bleeding and I'm crying, and like, it was awful. Nobody said or did anything. Like, none of the people there like stopped the guy. Like, nobody but like, hey, like, what just happened? Like, we kind of just stood there, and like, it happened in front of over 100 people, including kids. And I talked to another trainer friend of mine like immediately after it happened, and she said, don't make a big deal out of it, you know, like, take her somewhere quiet and reward her, and like just work on basic obedience just to like keep her mind going and recreate it into a positive experience. And I did just that. Unfortunately, it did not bode well for her. The next time I put her vest on her, she immediately peed all over the floor. I contacted a trainer and we tried to work through it. Anytime the vest went on her, she peed. And then it started into, she started becoming nervous and fearful when we were out in town. And then eventually she would start growling anytime she saw any other dog come near us. And obviously that is not service dog material, so she had to wash. We have just now slowly started to reintroduce her to other dogs. Like, she's fine if we have dogs here. She'll play with dogs here at the house. But I can't take her to the dog beach anymore. Dog parks are still really iffy, at least for me. Like, I don't even like taking Jofi to the dog parks. But I just started slowly taking her to my work. Since I work at a doggy daycare, I can monitor her body language and see how she does. And then keep her basically on the road to recovery. She's never going to be a service dog again because she's already she's already shown previously signs of fearfulness and growling towards other dogs. And she's getting old. She's 5. So she still tasks. Focus. 5. She still tasks around the house. She'll work beautifully at the house. So she will become an in-home service dog. Basically, she's still more dog than in-home service dog because Jofi does a lot of the work. She does get very mad that Jofi does a lot of the work. She'll come and like push him out of the way if he's doing DPT, and she'll come up and do DPT. So I'll still use her for that. She's really good with DPT and elevation of my legs and stuff. So yeah, like I said, this was a super short video. I know somebody did ask what had happened to her, but I don't have pictures. I don't want to draw this out because it was a very traumatic time for both of us, and it's now honestly transposed onto any time that I'm out with Jofi and I see another dog pulling or barking or just acting obnoxiously. I start having PTSD flashbacks of her getting attacked, and it scares the bejeebus out of me, and then I disassociate and just becomes a giant muddled mess. So we're still working on me being okay with other dogs when I'm out with my service dog. Which is why it is so important for those of you that do not have a service dog, a legitimate trained service dog, that you don't bring your dog into non-pet friendly places because of instances like this. Now, I can't say that that lab was not invited there, that like he didn't live there, because like I said, it was like an assisted living facility. So I'm assuming like they were allowed to have dogs. It didn't, from what I can remember, like the dog did not have a vest or anything. So maybe like it was this guy's service dog or whatever, and just he was taking it out around the complex and didn't have his vest on or gear on or whatever. in either case, it cost me to lose my beautiful girl.
And she's the bestest girl, and I will love her forever.
And even though, so this is also another question that happens a lot when everybody hears that she's retired. I have been asked a lot if she is going to go anywhere, like is not like out in places, but like leave my house, leave as my pet, not be in my family anymore. And the answer to that is no. I will have Mira until the day she dies. So yeah, guys, that is my very short story on what happened with Mira. So yeah, next time you guys see me on camera, I will have Derp. He has been away at training and he will be back in a couple of days. And I'm so excited. I don't think she's excited. She's enjoying having her mama all to herself. But that's going to do, guys. Be sure to click the subscribe button down below to stay tuned for all sorts of training videos we've got going on. If you guys have any sort of video you do want to see, let me know in the comments down below and I will try and film it. I do have some like how-to training videos / training vlogs of how I am training Jofi to do some of these things coming up very soon. Obviously, can't do them without him here. So I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys!